Committee unveils them. We see them when you do. Zach in graphics, he knows the answers because he's had to type it all up. So you guys ready to do this?
Let's do it.
And the number 1 seed, the Oregon Ducks. The number 2 seed, also as expected, champions of the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. The 3rd seed in the college football playoff, a bye into the quarterfinal, goes to Boise State, who has the final bye. It's Arizona State. So let's see where Clemson is. Clemson still ranked 16th. So the 5th seed, who will play Clemson in the bracket and play them at home, is the Texas Longhorns. Who has the 6th seed? Penn State, the 7th seed in the college football playoff. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, the 8th seed, final home game belongs to Ohio State, who has to go on the road and face Ohio State as the 9th seed. The Tennessee Volunteers, and 8-9 game is Ohio State, Tennessee. The 7-10 matchup in South Bend. The Fighting Irish will take on in-state battle. Signetti wanted a home game. I don't think he had much of a case for a home game, but he doesn't have to travel too far. And the final spot in the college football playoff. Who is it? The SMU Mustangs.
Man, this some old bullshit.
I'm back, and I'm better than ever.
So, how's that leg doing?
Great. Never better.
Good. Why don't you try putting some weight on it?
Sure. Yes. Oh, that's good. That feels good. Very strong.
Sorry, Thunder. I gotta put you down.
How's your leg, huh? How's your leg? You ready to race? Huh?
What's good, hooligans? It's your boy Tornado McCray back at it again with another video, and it has been a minute since I've done these videos. I've had a lot of backlog and a lot of stuff going on, but I'm back, baby, and I gotta give y'all the content because just like last year, I did a reveal for this, and I'm doing one again this year, and the CFP, the College Football Playoff bracket, has been revealed.
It's about damn time.
We got our 12 teams, and as you saw, they're all there. Now, the question has to be, hey, yo, Tornado, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Last year, I gave y'all my thoughts. I spoke on the committee. I criticized the committee openly.
Flashback.
I firmly believe the committee got this wrong. They got this wrong as hell. This year, oh, I think they got that right, boy. I think they got it perfect. I think they did it just. They did it perfectly. Committee, you were cooking with this one. You were cooking with this one, and I'm so happy for it. That's what I want to see. That's what I wanted to see. With this being the committee's first iteration of the 12-team playoff, which is something I've been screaming for years. I really have since college 10 years ago. I think they picked the best 12 teams. I genuinely think they picked the best 12 teams. And we're going to go into the argument because I know there is a bunch of people in Bama, especially Nick Saban, who say, oh, we need to take strength of schedule into account, and Bama should have been in over SMU.
Absolutely not. Not me. Certainly not I.
Now, Nick, all the years where you've been given the leeway and the wherewithal and the freedom to just be thrown into the playoffs, even when your team was not performing up to your standards, you think just because they Alabama, they deserve to be in there. No, they do not. And if you wanted to throw another SEC team in there, it should have been South Carolina and not Alabama. And I hate South Carolina.
Thank you.
Y'all know this. A lot of people know I am not a Gamecock fan. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say they didn't deserve a spot. If y'all were going to throw Bama in there, that, no. Not at all. Not at all. And you want to know why? Because of the losses that Alabama suffered. First and foremost, Bama, you got 3 losses. 2 of them are to unranked opponents, and 1 of them is a bad loss to Oklahoma 24-3. What the hell?
Why you bringing up old shit?
Huh? I'm sorry, South Carolina, all they 3 losses are to ranked opponents. Yeah, 1 of them's to you, but at least all they 3 losses are to the top 16 teams in the nation. Y'all lost twice to a team that's not even ranked, but y'all want to say you better than them. Y'all just happened to luck out on that day. Y'all ain't a better team than them. I'm sorry, bro. Let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a buck. What are you talking about? You don't deserve to be there. And South Carolina fans, I'm sorry y'all got hoed. Y'all genuinely did. You win 1 more game in the SEC, you're in the playoffs. Like, y'all got hoed. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. I just gotta be honest with you. But hey, I don't care. Because you're still South Carolina, and it's still at the end of the day. We'll be somewhere you're not.
Shut the fuck, shut. Did I say no? Oh shit, say it again, say something else. Oh!
Overall, I'm actually really excited about this because I didn't feel this way last year. I felt the committee got a lot wrong, especially with the whole FSU, Texas in, FSU out deal. I genuinely felt like the committee got the playoffs wrong last year. Truthfully. This year, I don't feel that way. I'm just thrilled that we're finally putting a true playoff into play, because this is what we've all expected of a playoff. Just give us top 12, top 10 teams, whatever way you want to do it. They've done top 12, and throughout the month of December, lead us up to the college football playoff, to the championship game. I have always said that should have been the thing. It makes the most sense. You have all these bowl games going on anyway, so at least make them make sense and just make them worth something. Now, if you really want to do me a favor, you really want to go what I've been preaching for years, get rid of all these meaningless bowl games.
Wait a goddamn minute, Rondell. That's not part of the party.
Sick and tired of teams going 5 and 6 and being like, oh, we're bowl eligible. You don't deserve a trophy. Out of here. Sick and tired of it, bro. But it's a money business, and the NCAA is a $1 billion industry, and they're not going to get rid of bowl games if teams and companies are going to come and sponsor it. I get that, but get rid of it, bro, for the sake of the sport. Half of y'all don't even be watching these games. Now, granted, there'll be a real good game here and there. I will say probably the bowl game I'm looking most forward to, Pop-Tart Bowl. I just like the concept of it. It's a gimmicky bowl game. Pop-Tarts, cool. Giant Pop-Tart, you can eat it. That's actually kind of funny. I'm with that. But overall, most of these bowl games are played at like random times of the day. They're just background TV noise. You'll get 1 or 2 great classics that you should have watched from the jump, but obviously most of you didn't watch it from the jump, so you're only catching the highlights. But overall, bowl season is just weird. I don't like it, but we're not gonna sit there and harp on that too much longer. We got to move forward, bro. Now, as we're looking at the playoff here, I do want to say this. The one thing I'm surprised by this right now is I'm actually surprised that Boise State and Arizona State got those first round buys. The reason being is I genuinely thought they were going to give those first round buys to Texas and Penn State, just based off of conference and who they played the last couple weeks. I figured they were going to say Penn State and Texas are still top 4 best in the nation. They lost to their respective counterparts who are 1 and 2. So I figured they were going to give them those buys. So that actually kind of shocked me. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now. With all that being said, bro, we got to break these teams down because this is a playoff reaction and we got to get hyped for this. I want y'all to have this guide and know the teams that we're about to go into the playoffs with, especially if you don't know football and you just want a quick breakdown with your boy. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to try to. But before we get into that breakdown, if you could, just go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe button down at the below. If you've already enjoyed some of the jokes, if you've already liked my content, liked my energy, whatever you want to do, bro, just hit the like button, man. Please. Christmas gift for me. If we can get me to 600 before Christmas, that'd be phenomenal. If y'all can help me do that, that'd be phenomenal. That's my Christmas gift. I would like that. Or at least top of the year, New Year resolution. Thanks. All right, moving forward. So the first team we got to address, the top dog of the year, the #1 seeded and the #1 team in the nation, Oregon Ducks. I will be the first to tell y'all. Oregon has exceeded all my expectations except for my god brother Rayvon, who is an Oregon Duck fan. Rayvon, I hope you're watching this. I'm giving you your shout out and your praise because those are your boys. They've been your boys since we was kids. But they really superseded expectations. And considering this is their first year in the Big Ten, bro, they have notable wins over Michigan State, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Boise State, Washington. The list goes on. Oregon has proven that they are here. And they're like, we're going to come to this conference, we're going to knock y'all loose, and we're going to do what we do. Now, a crazier stat about all this is that Oregon has only 2 games where they haven't put up at least 31 points this season. And to top it on that, their offense is ranked 15th and their defense is ranked 13th. So they ain't even like a super high-powered offense. That just goes to show you how good this Oregon team is and how well-balanced they are. I can't take that from them. They got everything clicking, and them boys are a threat to take it all. Moving on to number 2, the SEC champions and essentially the cream of the crop in college football over the last 4 years, the Georgia Bulldogs. We all know and we've all seen, or if you haven't seen, I'm gonna let you know now. Georgia has been struggling this year compared to their standards over the last couple years.
Shut your mouth, you mediocre clarinet player.
But they still get the job done. They still do their thing. It's still Kirby Smart. It's still Georgia. They still a powerhouse. And they still a threat to take it all. So you can't discount them out. But you can look at them a little bit funny, considering the fact that their offense is ranked 29th in points per game and their defense is ranked 23rd. So definitely not the Georgia we're used to. Next, you have the rampant, raging, rushing attack behind the Boise State Broncos and Heisman finalist Ashton Jeanty, who is on pace to break Barry Sanders' all-time rushing yards record for a single season.
Wait, what?
Boise State has been phenomenal this year in the Mountain West Conference. They have been putting on a show. Ashton Jeanty has been phenomenal. I cannot take that from that man. The Boise State O-line that has been opening up those holes for him, have been phenomenal. This is another reason why we love the playoff, because Boise State shocked the world back in 2007 when they beat Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. Everybody remembers that. If you weren't born yet, go look it up. I'm sick and tired of talking to you tots, bro. Go watch the game. Go look it up. And then don't criticize it saying it's old or saying how can they fall for it. Yo, you, man. Get your young ass out of here. I'm tired of that. I'm not talking to y'all no more. If you weren't there, you weren't there.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
They're looking to shock the world again, and this time it could be as the national champion. They are the 3 seed going into this, and crazy enough, there are only 3 teams in the entire nation that have more rushing yards than the Boise State Broncos, and none of them are playing in the CFP. So this is the best rushing attack heading into the college football playoff, and the run game usually travels. Looking forward to seeing Boise State. They get to host a playoff game on that Boise State blue field, and a lot of you may have never seen it. You're going to get exposed to it today. The only issue with Boise State heading into these playoffs is their schedule legitimacy. They play in the Mountain West Conference, which objectively is the weakest conference represented in the college football playoff. They played only 2 ranked opponents all year, and they have a record of 1-1. So some are going to look at it and ask the big question. I'm asking this big question. Can Boise State's O-line hold up and let Ashton Jeanty produce the way he's been producing all year? Or has he only been producing these numbers because they've been playing in a weak conference?
That's a good question.
That's what's going to get tested and exposed here in these college football playoffs. Moving on to number 4, one of the unexpected crews in the dance, the Arizona State Sun Devils. I was not familiar with your game.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
I wasn't familiar with how y'all got down. I ain't even gonna y'all. I didn't know they were that good this year. But Arizona, in my opinion, sneakily snatched the Big 12 title out of the expected champs' hands of BYU, Colorado, and Kansas State. If you would ask me preseason who I thought was going to win the Big 12, it was one of those 3 teams. I did not have Arizona State on my radar. I did not have them seeing that. So anybody who's an Arizona State fan, who was calling it from the jump, hey, you got it. Key, I want to talk about this with Arizona State. They do have the 30th ranked offense in the nation and the 30th ranked defense in the nation. Kind of mid-pack, you know, kind of actually like median. But they are 16th in passes intercepted and 5th in defensive touchdowns. So they do know how to take the ball away, and they do know how to score on the defensive end. They might give up the yards that don't look good, but when it comes time to take that ball away or it comes time to score on the defensive end, they can put up. That may be the key for them going into the playoffs, is just making sure their defense can still have timely takeaways and timely scores. The other thing about Arizona State that we have to take into account, Arizona State has 2 losses versus unranked opponents, but they're also 4-0 versus ranked opponents. So for those of you who are saying Arizona State hasn't played anybody, nah, they've played some top ranked opponents and beaten them, but they also have losses on their record that just don't make sense. At number 5, these horrible the Texas Longhorns, bro. Sick and tired of talking about y'all. Honestly, y'all shouldn't have been there last year, but you're back for the 2nd year in a row.
We're back.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I have to be also objective in a sense here too. In a sense. First year in the SEC, and Texas went out and did what Texas was supposed to do. Unfortunately, they beat the likes of Oklahoma, Vandy, Florida, A&M, and Mississippi State. And their only 2 losses this season have come at the hands of Georgia. So Georgia, do us all a favor and just beat them again if y'all meet up. But I don't even want them to get that far if I'm being honest.
Hater alert. Hater alert. Hater alert. Nigga just mad. He didn't get toys.
Along with all that, Texas has the number 3 defense in the nation, but their Achilles heel, and I think their problem, is the fact that they have the 26th ranked offense. So if anybody can turn this into a shootout, that actually puts you in a better position to beat Texas. Get them up out of here, bro. Sick and tired of seeing them. At number 6, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And oh my goodness, after years of turmoil and finally getting out of the shadow of the scandal that was Jerry Sandusky, the Penn State Nittany Lions are actually looking like a championship caliber team.
Finally!
They are on the cusp of being that. I don't know why y'all couldn't be that good or be on the cusp and get there when Saquon was there. Stupid. But I digress. I digress. Penn State, I don't have a whole lot for you. I mean, your only 2 losses both came to opponents in the top 5 in both Ohio State and Oregon. So you're not losing to scrubs. That's the first thing. So that's a good thing to look at. Then you got an advantage because your game is at home. Who wants to play at Penn State in December?
Absolutely fucking not.
I ain't gonna lie though. Actually, I probably would want to play that. I know it's gonna look pretty. It's gonna be cold as hell, but actually I would love to play in that. That'd be cool.
Nigga, what?
You're okay. You have the 6th ranked defense in the nation, but just like Texas, your offense is ranked on the back end of the 20s. You're 25th ranked in the nation offense and points per game. So, I don't know how that bodes for you, man. I don't know how that bodes for you. Hopefully, y'all can prove as to why y'all deserve to be there. We're going to see how that goes. Number 7, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the FBS independent ACC school that doesn't want to be an ACC school in football, but can be an ACC school and everybody else is back in the playoffs. I hate Notre Dame.
You got me.
I hate Notre Dame for a few reasons, actually. One, I hate Notre Dame because you made me look stupid in 2012. And you want to know why?
No.
Because 2012, I was a college freshman, fall semester, right? I had a homeboy ask me, and it was in a group, a bunch of the guys, right? We were just taking picks for the college football season. They said, hey, yo, who you gonna pick to get to the national championship? My dumb ass said Notre Dame. I don't know why I picked Notre Dame that day. I just did. I just randomly picked Notre Dame. And you know what? They looked at me stupid. And that was the Manti Te'o year. For those of you who don't know, Notre Dame goes on a tear. Notre Dame goes on a run. Notre Dame gets to the national championship and they gotta go against Bama. Now, mind you, I've looked like an oracle at this point. I've looked like I know something that nobody knows. So when they ask me, who am I picking for the championship game? I gotta stick with the pick I made at the beginning of the year. I'm going with Notre Dame. I learned never to do that again. Absolutely not. No, no, no. Notre Dame, you're on my list. You're on my watch list. Just know that. Just know that. This is the first time Notre Dame's been in the college football playoff since the COVID season, where they actually played in the Rose Bowl and got dog-walked by Alabama in that game again. Crazy enough. But they've been improving and they've been doing their thing. Now, the only blemish on their record is a random loss to Northern Illinois. How the hell that happened?
That you could.
I don't even know how y'all lost that game. That's just weird. But outside of that, they got the number 3 offense in the nation in points per game. They got the number 8 defense in the nation, and they're actually tied for first in forced turnovers, bro. Them boys know how to get the ball and take it away from you. Plus, they are 4-0 versus top 25 teams, and Marcus Free is looking to go one step further. He's actually had a 9-4 record last year, and then I think a 10-3 record this year, and now 11 wins this year. The man has increased his wins per year each year he's been the head coach. So Notre Dame, you're trending in the right direction, and you got the right coach. So keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. I expect good things from you in the coming future. Now just go ahead and join the ACC for football, bro. Stop cheating. Stop running from the grind. Stop with this whole, oh, we want to be independent. Go ahead and join the ACC for football, since y'all are in the ACC for every other sport at your school. I will stand 82 toes on that.
Okay, man. Arnold.
Moving on to number 8. A team I hate just as much as I hate the Texas Longhorns, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Nigga, you just hating, feel me? That's why you ain't never gonna have no paper, ain't never gonna have no bitches, feel me?
Y'all starting to get like Bama, because I don't understand how y'all always find a way in here. Like, who keeps letting y'all in the door?
You can't keep getting away with it.
Who keeps letting y'all in? It's not me. I promise you it's not me. I promise I'm not leaving the door open for these. Who is doing it? Who is doing it? I can't stand it. But Ohio State is back. They're in the playoff, and they got a home playoff game out of it. I will say, Ohio State has fallen from their typical Ohio State standard. They have not been the same Ohio State that I've seen over the last couple years. And my other guy, brother, Raymond, will tell you that. It's honestly kind of crazy. They have wins over the likes of Penn State and Indiana, but they lost to Oregon and an unranked Michigan team right at the end of the season. Not gonna hold y'all. And Michigan managed to score more points. That should have knocked y'all out the playoffs.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you. You don't want me to expose you.
Not even gonna hold you. Y'all lucked out because that was a 13-10 game. Let's keep it a buck. Let's be honest. Ohio State fans, y'all know it's true. Had y'all lost that game the way Alabama lost to Oklahoma, 24-3, y'all would not be in the playoffs. Especially because y'all lost it that close to the end of the season. Absolutely not. Disgrace. Disgrace. Y'all are better than that. Y'all have always been better than that. Ugh, got me. Trying to give y'all praise. One thing I can't deny about Ohio State, they have the number 1 defense in the nation. I can't deny that. Numbers don't lie, bro. Numbers do not lie. But they also have the 18th offense in terms of points per game. From the looks of it and from the games I've seen out of Ohio State, it's going to come down to their offense. Their defense is going to be there, but it's going to come down to their offense because their offense has been sporadic. Are they going to show up and be great, or are they going to show up and be trash? Are they going to be marvelous or garbaggio? Pick one. Pick one. Stop it. Stop with the craziness. Now, number 9. I gotta say, welcome to the show, to the Tennessee Volunteers.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Hey, welcome here, guys. About time. It's about time y'all got here. So, Tennessee, if y'all don't know, they had the 3rd best overall record in the SEC. Kinda sucks they couldn't play for the SEC title, but they still was there. They did their thing, bro. They did their thing. They're actually 9th in rushing yards per game, 8th in offensive points per game, 8th in punt returns, and have the 4th best defense in the nation.
Jesus Christ.
Tennessee ain't no slouch. Them boys over in Knoxville ain't no slouch. Now, the real big question is going to become, can Rocky Top finally make it to the mountaintop? Boo! They've had some hard losses this year, like in some close games, but they have the potential and they've shown the potential. It's been growing there for the last, I want to say 4 years. And now you here and now you have a chance. So, Tennessee, can you pull it off? That's the question. At number 10, we have the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah. It's confusing, ain't it, bruh?
Hella confusing.
Hey, yo, is this 1942 basketball?
Nah, pimpin', not at
Like,
all.
this is college basketball, right?
Nah, it's college football, bro. It is still college football.
This is college football still?
Hell yeah. Where does
Holy shit.
I ain't never ever seen you act like this before.
Since when did y'all get good at football? Could have fooled me. But, yeah, they're good at football now, too. Kind of wild. Indiana actually went 8-1 in the Big Ten this year, which was really, really great. But I do have to throw this caveat out there. Indiana only played one ranked opponent all season, and that was to Ohio State, and they lost to Ohio State 38-15. I don't want to be that guy, but I got to be that guy, and we got to be honest about it. Now, I will say, Indiana is number 2 in offensive points per game. They're number 2 in blocked punts, and they have the number 2 defense in the nation in yards per game. So with all that in mind, the Hoosiers ain't no slouch either. And this may be their time to return to glory. Now, granted, I don't know when their time of glory happened because it has never been in my lifetime in terms of football. Basketball, that's a whole different story, but football?
Forget about it.
Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm a 93 baby. I'll wait. Kinda shocking. And we're going to see what the Indiana Hoosiers can do in the Hoosier State. Number 11. The Cinderellas of college football. Earned, not given. The SMU Mustangs, boy.
Who are these niggas?
I cry.
Hey, SMU. I will say it right here, and I will stand 10 toes. Y'all deserve to be here. Y'all earned the right to be here, and nobody can take that from you.
You ain't lying.
Because you went from a group of 5 team. You left a group of 5 conference, a mid-major essentially. Went into a power conference, the ACC, the second hardest, third hardest conference, depending on who you want to ask, in all of college football. And you went 8-0 in the conference in your first year? You went to the ACC title game and almost pulled off the comeback to beat Clemson, who's been the cream of the crop of the ACC for the better half of the last decade. SMU, you belong in the college football playoff, and I'm glad the committee gave you your spot. And not only that, the numbers back it up, bro. 6th in offensive points per game, 8th in defensive touchdowns, 17th in passes intercepted. These boys are for real.
You serious?
They are real. They are about it. And Cinderella's glass slipper ain't about to change just yet. They proved the world wrong that they'd be fine in the ACC, and they're about to prove the rest of the world wrong in the college football playoffs. Now, do I think they're going to will it off? I don't know about winning it all, but I definitely see y'all winning a game or two. I definitely see that. And lastly, at number 12. Oh, y'all knew this was coming. Y'all knew this was coming. South Carolina, y'all knew this was coming. Bama, y'all knew this was coming. Hey, Miami, y'all know this coming. My Clemson Tigers.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
And you know what? I'll say it. We got in by the skin of our teeth. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Hey, Miami, thank you for losing that game to Syracuse. And I'll take it. I will take it because you got to include the ACC champ in the college football playoff. You do. You really, really do. But I also got to be objective. I got to be honest. I got to be truthful. We are not the same Clemson team from 5 years ago. We are struggling to close out games. We have been struggling for the last few years just to hang on and take care of business. We are trying to recapture that magic from 5 years ago because we went 9-3 this year, man. And like I said, we just got in because Miami happened to lose right at the end, thanks to Syracuse. Now, with our 9-3 record, I will say 2 of those losses are to great SEC teams, Georgia and South Carolina. Both were great teams this year. So I can't be mad that we lost to 2 SEC teams and look at our record and be like, damn, we're trash. We're a 9-3 team. No, bro. We lost to 2 SEC teams and they were ranked. Then in terms of the numbers, we're 5th in the turnover plus ratio margin. We're 16th in offensive points per game, but golly, we are 65th in defense in the nation. Oh, we're trash.
You're just like me. Trash.
Oh. Truth be told, the question here is this Clemson's last gasp in the Dabo Swinney era. I don't know if he can revitalize it. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's like Dabo's window and being at the top of college football. This is that gasp. If he can win here, he might revitalize it. Kind of like how Urban Meyer did for college football, where he won with Florida, left, and then came back, and then won with Ohio State and revitalized for a little bit, and then went back out. So that may be the trend here, and that may be the way to go. Now that y'all got the rundown, now that y'all have all of that splayed out for you, we got to go with our first round matchups, man. First round, Notre Dame versus Indiana. And this is actually the hardest one for me to decide. I took the longest figuring this one out. But I'm going with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I'm going to see if I have learned my lesson or if Notre Dame can do right by me. Now, I promise you, Notre Dame, if y'all do me dirty, I will pull up to South Bend and y'all going to have to see me. Notre Dame at home in December. Y'all shouldn't lose that game. So don't make a fool out of me.
I'd like to go on record as being opposed to the use of violence for purposes of conflict resolution. However,
next, SMU on the road heading to Penn State. And y'all thought I was about to pick anybody else? Boy, I'm going with SMU. The f are we doing? I'm pushing agendas. SMU's about to dog walk them.
Shut the hell up!
SMU's gonna go in there and do their thing. SMU's gonna go to Penn State and handle business, boy. They're gonna be all right. I believe in the Mustangs. I believe in them. They're gonna be all right. Now, third first round game, Tennessee versus Ohio State. Hey, Thomas, tell them boys don't make a fool out of me this time. I'm going with Tennessee. Rocky Top all day. I hate Ohio State. Y'all know I hate Ohio State, and I will push every agenda for them to lose.
A lot of people ask why. Why treat the customer this way? Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
I do not give a damn. I can't stand they bitch ass, and I hope they lose. F Ohio State. Rocky Top all day. Let's go. And lastly, Clemson versus Texas. And to be truthful, it could have been anybody versus Texas. And I'm still picking against Texas. Texas. Forget them. I hate Matthew McConaughey and all of what the Longhorns stand for. Give me my Clemson Tigers, baby.
Don't you throw that up here.
You raggedy bitch.
Straight up. Give me my Clemson Tigers. All day, every day, 82 ways till Sunday. And if Clemson wins, and you know what? And if Texas loses, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You know what? Give me my Clemson Tigers. And if Texas somehow manages to win, I'm picking against Texas again next round. I promise you that. But my Clemson Tigers are going to take it home. We're going to be all right. And we're going to win, baby. That's all we needed. We just need to get here. We just need to get here. But guys, that does it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, and I apologize if it's longer than y'all anticipated, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom, because you know it helps my algorithm. That's your auntie's favorite neighbor. She's got to know when I'm putting out these videos. Next, let's continue on this road. 1,000 subs. I thank each and every one of you hooligans who subscribe to the channel. And lastly, comment below. Do you think the committee got the 12 teams right? Do you think I got my predictions wrong? Do you just disagree with whatever I say? Because I don't care. At the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with two tats. Peace. Much love to all of y'all. Later days, baby.